Hey, we're back.
What's happening?
SpeakEasy, Season 4, Episode Straight.
That's Spanish for fruit.
Hey, I'm Joey Sypher. With me as always is Nico.
Ew.
What's up, bro?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yep.
We are here.
Yep.
Sorry for the delay. Stuff happens and, happening stuff.
In life.
Life.
Yeah.
The life be lifing.
Yeah, life be life.
Life be lifing. But we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
So.
Shout out real quick to all the grads that graduated over the past weekend.
Yup.
We see y'all.
We see y'all.
NMSU, all the high schools out there, all the surrounding areas.
Yep. Congratulations. We know it's a struggle. School is a struggle.
You did it.
You did it.
You achieved the goal.
Congratulations. Put that tassel. What side is it?
Yeah, to the other side. I just say to the other side.
Other side. Tassel the other side. Good job.
So that means it's getting into summer.
Summertime.
Graduation happens, summertime.
Summer,
Getting warmer out. So watch that heat out there, y'all. I mean, watch for the signs of heat exhaustion.
Absolutely.
Heat strokes.
Yep. And it's like, listen to your body because we're able to go, just watch out for signs and everything. Like, don't
stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated and not the actual hydration.
But yeah, just listen to your bodies. Check on, the younger kids, the older cats.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure good. Make sure everybody's ACs are turned on.
Yes.
Because it's about that time. If you can lend a hand and you know somebody who needs their AC turned on, go help them out. And, because having AC is crucial living in the desert. I mean,
in the desert.
I know swamp coolers aren't the best, but you do what you got and you have what you got.
I actually got taught, shout out to my dad for teaching me this when I was younger. He would tell me, like, when I had a house with swamp coolers, like, go and get a small bag of ice from the gas station or something, roll up top, and toss that bag of ice into the
with
water.
a pack of Kool-Aid?
With a pack of Kool-Aid, so the house smell good, right? House smell like smell like cherry,
That's
smell
right.
grape.
That's right.
These are hacks.
Yeah.
So,
that's life hacks right there.
Life hacks right there, because I remember with that damn swamp cooler, if you were gone for most of the day and you get home and you turn it on, and that just smelled like dead fish.
Yeah.
From like the pads having to get wet. Like, So, pack of Kool-Aid in the water, a bag of ice in the water, we'll go a long way.
We'll go a long way. With that, watch your dogs being outside. If it's hot out, like, that asphalt's going to be hot. So, try not to take your dogs and walk in the middle of the day, burn their pads.
Right.
And so just be aware of the desert heat because it ain't no joke.
It ain't a joke. And it's supposedly going to get like hotter, a little bit worse this
year. Yeah, they said we're supposed to have record summer heat. So, keep an eye on that and stay indoors when you can. Drink plenty of water.
Check up in on your loved ones, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, other brothers and sisters, whatever you have that can't get out on their own, that need some help, some type of way. Go and check on these people because desert summers are
they're brutal.
They're brutal.
They're brutal. So with it getting warmer out, and I know we talked about it, but you will see a lot more motorcycles out.
Yes.
So watch for motorcycles.
Please.
I say that with my whole heart because all my family's on motorcycles.
Yes.
Watch for motorcycles. Look twice. You can save a life. Listen. I know sometimes they come up quick, but just pay attention out there.
Please pay attention. If you get a notification or a text message on your phone or a phone call, put it down. Like your destination is waiting. Get to your destination, then jump on your phone. Or if it's that important, pull off to the side on the gas station or the mall parking lot or something, but don't be on your phone while driving. Don't be putting on your makeup. Like, these are things that
they all distract you from paying attention.
From paying attention to the road, from paying attention to individuals on two wheels. Like, please be aware of your surroundings. Like, it's one thing to be in a car and comfortable. I get it. But for those individuals that love to be on two wheels, that love to ride, we don't have the luxury of that cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
We have to come to terms with a lot of things when we get on two wheels. So, Motorcycle Awareness Month.
Yeah, just look twice, for the bikes out there. And like you said, May, we're coming towards the end of May. It is Motorcycle Awareness Month. So just keep an eye for that. And just because May's ending doesn't mean you don't look for bikes anymore.
Exactly.
Keep on looking for bikes throughout the summer. We used to play a little game as kids. Like, we would spot bikes and like in
motorcycle bingo.
Instead
of slug bugs, it'd be motorcycles. And that
so
teaches us.
If you have kids out there, that's a good way to teach them and keep them, aware for bikes at a young age. Is playing little games like that. So it just keeps everybody on their toes when watching for motorcycles. And also in this month of May, it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And that's why I ride my motorcycle, is to keep my mental health up there and, good and fresh and crisp. And do those things that keep you sharp and keep you happy, because it's real pivotal to keep that mental sharp, It
really is.
Yeah.
And I feel like touching down on the subject when we had talked about it a little bit during the colder seasons.
Yeah.
As far as seasonal depression hitting people like that, it gets darker earlier, it gets cold, nobody wants to go out. And now you see the flip side of the same coin. It gets darker later, but it's still 95 degrees at 9:15 at night, and nobody wants to go out and they just want to stay at home. And these are things that I feel like we gotta realize about ourselves, and we gotta always be aware and reach out to individuals. And if they got to reach out to us, we're here.
Yeah, slide into those DMs. We're here to talk if you need to talk.
Facts.
That's what being a human being is for, right? I mean,
yes,
we all got to be more human to each other and get out of our heads and get out our little comfort and start helping each other, because
absolutely
sometimes that's all we're guys.
It's the only way we're
next
gonna
to
make
me
it.
or person, Yeah.
That's it. Gonna make it.
So with that, we've been doing a little giving back to the community.
Yeah, speaking of motorcycles, did something a little earlier.
Yeah. So we did a shout out to Flavors of the Desert because they allow us to post on their platform, and we had our friend Ralph from the VFW in here, and we had my brother John from Las Cruces Motorcycle Clubs, and we talked about a little event that we're doing on June 8th.
June 8th,
the backpack drive, right?
Yep, the backpack drive. This is an awesome drive, because I knew that when I was a kid, I was struggling a little bit to get a backpack or the school supplies and everything. So when the motorcycle clubs of Las Cruces come together, they are getting backpacks. There's a little list for the backpack that's just going to be filled with the school supplies, colored pencils, pens.
And for that list, you can really Google Las Cruces Public Schools, and they'll give you a list on what to provide. And depending on what age you want to give your backpack for, it'll have that list according to those age groups and those classes and everything. So Las Cruces Public Schools, I believe .com, and you can find your list. I just found it on Facebook, and somebody had shared it, and I had written down to pass out for our brothers and everything for that run. But
awesome.
Yeah. That's a good way to find and fill your backpack with whatever
you need. Because school supplies, I mean, we could say something about inflation and everything. Nothing's inexpensive anymore. Nothing's cheap
everything's
anymore.
Gone up.
Everything's gone up. So if you could find it within yourself, you want to be a part of helping out the community, and then show up to the VFW, right?
Yeah, come hang out, come watch what we do.
Yeah, come out, see all the bikes, see all the people.
Yeah.
Are there going to be burgers and hot dogs again?
Oh, you already know.
Yes.
And that's one thing. So all this goes for La Clínica de Familia.
Shout out.
They have a bunch of kids in their housing, and they're I think it's foster care, and they're being transplanted to other houses and in between stuff. And so when we donate all these backpacks, it goes to them. The last time we did this was 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
It supplied them for the next 2 years, bro.
Yep.
That's what's cool.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And it's the same guys we did the coat drives for. Mm-hmm. We did a couple coat drives. So if you remember, you've been watching some of our videos.
Coats, blankets.
We've been doing that coats and blankets drives for the last couple of years.
So that was a great run too.
We
talked about it too. You have your car? You gotta go pick some up. Then we gotta go
pick up some coats. We gotta go down there real quick. Yeah, and we just showed up. We dropped them off. They were super grateful.
Yes.
And
seeing their reaction, seeing how much it, not only means to them, but you know that the energies that are from the recipients of these gifts or of these donations, you know that's...
And we know it's going back to our community. We know it's not getting put on a truck and getting shipped out to California or somebody else. You know what I mean? Yep. Granted, those kids need stuff too, but we know this is going back to our people and our communities. And I feel like that means more, to me it means more because it's my community, it's my people.
These are our people right here, yeah. I'm forever grateful. I'm not even the one getting the Easter baskets or the backpacks or anything, and I know I'm eternally grateful for what happens.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Shout out to all the clubs.
And it'll be a good time. La Clínica de Familia, they, like you said, they'll cook us some hamburgers, some hot dogs.
Sweet.
They'll have some drinks for us, so that'll be super cool. So on June 8th, it'll be that Saturday. Come hang out with us, come check it out, and see with your own eyes for what we do for the community. Yeah.
Is there a time?
I think they said it starts around noon, but we'll double check that. We'll follow up and we'll do one more little cast or something before then, and get it out there.
A burger for lunch. Come on.
Yeah, and get some backpacks away for some kids. But I think that's what it is, and
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So actually,
what do you got? What else you got for?
Well, we both came back from trips recently.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think your trip was a lot longer than mine. Definitely.
It was a little bit.
A little bit.
Little
So
bit of a
I
trip.
went out to Tucson.
Yeah.
The Catalina State Park. Out there,
Sick.
Beautiful spot. It's got bicycle trails, running trails, and everything. So it's kind of funny. It's like we're out there, doing our nerd stuff, finding foam swords, and then we look up in the bushes, and there's like a family of 8 just like staring at us with their phones, like this is cool, because they're like on their weekend hike or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it was a great time. My boy, shout out to Devrick, a warlord, Sir Devrick of the sword. So he got knighted. And that was a really, really cool experience to see. So that was a really cool, quick trip and everything. I don't know, how was yours?
It was good, bro. It was we did the long haul down to Mississippi. We hung out for a bit. It was took us 2 days to get there. We stayed for a couple days and then 2 days to come back.
2 days back.
And it was good. It was a good trip.
Nice.
Everything with all of our trips, they always go good, and it's just everybody got back safe. So I mean, that's thank the Creator, thank the good Lord, and brought us back safely, and that's all you can ask for. You know what I mean? You enjoy time with the brothers, enjoy that bonding time, and for me, there's nothing like being on the road. If I could be on the road all the time, every day, all day, like that would be
choice.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Oh man.
And so, cause that moment in time for me, I feel like there's nowhere else I have to be, like just to my destination, just to my stops. Everything in my other life. My current life just kind of on pause, even though like the shop's still running, everybody's still doing. In my head, like, because there's nothing I can do. I can't respond to my phone. I can't respond to text messages. I mean, I have my little phone mount, but at that moment in time, the beauty of it, I'm just on my motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to be riding and like trying to.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the road, enjoying the ride, enjoying the stops, the laughs with my brothers.
That's great.
And so yeah, I always come back like refreshed because I love the time I spend with my brothers, and that's the best time for me. You know what I mean? So
fucking right.
If it's two days on the road that we're riding, and I know it's long,
I
know it's not, but we create so much memories in that time where like there's nothing that'll change that for me.
That's amazing.
Like that's what I live for. Like that's what I love about it. So we had a great time. Scenery was great. It was hot, like I said, but we make the best of every situation that comes at hand. And even if it's rough for the moment, like we laugh about it, and then later, like we can sit and smoke and laugh about it. And it's like, damn, we went through that. Damn, you were sitting in the ice bin, cooling off. Like, yeah, it was wild, bro. It was some good stuff. But it was cool. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I mean? And we have such a great time on the road, and I love what we do.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, I'm happy you guys had a great time. I'm happy y'all had it back safe, man. Welcome.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. So with that, we'll get a real quick word from our sponsors.
Shout out from our sponsors coming up.
Later, y'all. Yo, Joey Sypher here. So check it out. The homies down at Honeydukes got it going on. They can pretty much customize anything. From dog tags to your tumbler, to hoodies, to sweatshirts for your dog. So just hit them up. Honeydukes on Facebook and Instagram, and DM them and let them know what you guys need. Later, y'all. Hey!
What's the hat name?
Welcome back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsors, Honeydukes.
The Dukes of Honey.
Yep.
We should get them like a cool car.
Hit them up for all your apparel needs. They do printing, coasters,
little
anything.
decal stickers.
Decal stickers.
I don't have my cup.
To the tumblers.
the tumbler.
I couldn't think of the name, but they do anything. So hit them up.
Out of that.
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, Honeydukes.
Honeydukes.
And so now we got Nico's Cannon News. Yay!
Wait for the smoke to clear.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of smoke.
Smoke, I'm finna.
We can't have a Canon News segment without some cannabis.
Yes, sir. What you got for us, player?
Holy
guacamole.
So, we are going to be diving back into, and I know some people are probably a little bit tired of it, but I mean, this is what is on the forefront when it comes to our cannabis news segments and the political progression that we have been trying to go for.
Yeah, and
so
this is our livelihood that we're talking about. So like, we know a lot of people are in the industry and know about the industry and have jobs in the industry. This affects y'all.
Very much so.
This affects your livelihood. So
all of you.
I pay attention to kind of like read up about this. If you want, we just drop in knowledge, but you can soak it up if you want. But,
right. We're not telling you to do anything.
It's up to y'all,
If you want to stay in tune with it, go ahead. If you want to be out of the loop, that's fine by me.
Yeah. So what you got?
So, a recent article that has been updated as of yesterday, and this is going to be going back into the rescheduling that we've been talking about, is the DEA's historic move to reschedule cannabis is no panacea. Or panacea, whatever. That's a funny word for a cure-all sickness or the end-all be-all cure. No, we've known that marijuana is not an end-all cure-all. We know it's used to treat ailments, and we're still studying the research behind it. So we're not expecting weed to come in and be like, it is curing everything.
No, it goes hand in hand. It's like any other herb. It's any other, medicine you use. You use it to do certain ailments. You know what I mean? Like,
this is holistic medicine at its finest. Like
like a lady came into the shop and she wanted gummies. She just had knee surgery. It's a great example. And she goes, I don't want to take the pills they gave me. What can I get? And she goes, I took a gummy and it made me feel nauseous and it didn't give me relief. I'm like, well, it's not going to give you relief. Like cannabis is not going to relieve that pain. I said, I'm no doctor.
Yep.
I said, but I would, if I were telling my mom or my grandma, I would start slowly with the cannabis, and it's all about pain management.
Yes.
Right? So you're managing all that pain, all that. You got kicked off because I was talking about cannabis. And so it's managing that pain, and it's used with something. So it's not all a cure-all, be-all kind of medicine, like you said.
With that same sense, we understand that it's not going to be, and however the schedule from going from a 1 to a 3 is going to put it on par. I don't think we've actually really discussed, other than people are like, oh, okay, so it's going to be compared to over-the-counter pharmaceuticals and pain management. Tylenol, aspirin. Ibuprofen. And then what a lot of people aren't understanding is, oh, it's going from a 1 to a 3, therefore it's going to be regulated like a little less and everything. Is like, okay, yes, but it's still a part of a schedule that's containing ketamine and anabolic steroids. Like, I'm curious why it's still in a comparative nature, in a comparative fucking Venn diagram.
Well, because in that category that they're putting it in is all like it's called like a medicinal category. It's like medicinal pharmaceutical category.
Benefit.
And it's all like, so you can be taxed later. So if cannabis is under that category, then you cannot get taxed for it. So that's why the distribution now goes to the pharmaceutical companies to distribute these. So somebody's going to get their tax out of it. So they tax the business itself rather than taxing that product. You know what I mean? So somebody always gets their tax. So that's why it falls into that, because now it falls under that umbrella to where it can't get,
Yeah, and how like the slight stress relief was being removed from the 280E. Right? And now it's going to be like, okay, we understand that, but now with federal taxation over pharmaceutical companies or whatnot, it's going to be, you're going to be missing out. But
and if there's people out there that, and we're saying this wrong, please slide into the DMs, correct us. If you want to come on the show, you want to rap about it, by all means, like, help educate us so we can help educate the people a little bit more, because this is the information we're getting and we're feeding off of, and we're just trying to transcribe that information to the people and get it right? So if we are twisting it or it's misconstrued, by all means, come correct us.
Please. Because there's only so much research that him and I can do on our own and whatnot. So one thing though is here's a really nice little sugar-coated kick to the taint about what people aren't going to discuss too, is that this is being election year, so it's going to be very difficult to foresee the future of federal policies and what it means for the future of or what it means by the future of the rescheduling, because federal policy will still be at odds with 24 different states that allow sales of recreational cannabis. So they're going to have to go big pharma and medical procedures versus every other state that's doing recreational sales, and how they're going to be able to control that. And so different policies from different administrations are going to be having to lay out. I mean, who's to say, and I mean, dare I say this might be a factor, but who's to say a certain side of the political agenda might overturn this new
Right.
This new policy completely introduced something else to the FDA, the DEA, and the DOJ to be like, okay, well, they did it, but
this is how we want.
This is how we want.
Yeah.
And how much of that is going to overturn in a political view by just merely the cannabis industry.
And that's why it's so crazy, and that's why it's just so iffy and up in the air with everything. It's just nobody knows on what direction it's gonna go, and you can only speculate at this point on how it's gonna go and how it's gonna turn, right? And so, but with everybody, like everybody who's predicting and everybody who's, businessmen and columnists and who write blogs and talk about it, they think the direction is what we're talking about, how it's gonna head. But you're right, it could get shifted somehow, and it could go totally far left, and it keeps it in the hands of the people. You know what I mean?
That would.
There were some forums I was reading, and it was like, you better start buying your seeds now. It's gonna go back to growing. It's gonna go to now. The FDA is gonna start controlling and testing, and they're gonna have their hands in it, and it's not gonna be cannabis anymore. Nope. It's gonna be what they want it to be, and
this will be a pharmaceutical flower.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all. And
so that's kind of scary, right?
That's terrifying.
Now we lose all the properties of the plant.
Every last one of them.
Of the original,
Yeah, because I told you this earlier. We were talking about it. Was some of the big pharmas are now going out and lobbying with farms.
Yeah.
Farmers across the nation. So big pharma and farmers are now coming in collaborations, and they're buying patents on
certain strains.
Patents on certain strains.
That's right.
So if big pharma decides to,
they only want to. They're gonna sell green crack.
They got green crack, Alaskan Thunderfuck, fucking Gorilla Glue, and Granddaddy Purple. Now you cannot get those recreationally anymore.
Yeah.
Those are now.
You better have the seeds.
You better have the seeds to grow your own.
And the mother plants for that, because if not, you won't have access to it.
Or go
federal
medical card.
What I wonder, so right now, how it states in New Mexico, you can have 12 plants per household.
Personal, yes.
Would that change? Since it's all under the umbrella, you can't go and make Tylenol at home.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me? So now it falls under.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see how they keep, if they're going to allow you to even grow your own. Or if it's going to be, no, we're taking sole control, and now you only can get it from us. And then it'll be back to square one to where growing is now illegal again.
It's now a federal crime.
Crazy to think of.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else that watches, this is why we discuss this over and over and over.
Exactly why we have discussions about it.
There's just
so many ways it can get spun, so many different directions. Still so many ways up in the air, like we said, that it can still go. So.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go for it.
The USDEA has published its formal proposal as a less dangerous substance under federal laws for the rescheduling cannabis. Now, what that is meaning is, this is the most significant shift in national marijuana law since 1970 federally. Cool little fun fact. In 1978, New Mexico passes the Controlled Substances Therapeutic Research Act, becoming the first state to enact legislation recognizing the medical value of marijuana.
New Mexico!
Hey, baby! We got them!
Dang, so we were once cool.
We were... We still got red and green chili.
Yeah. I was thinking more like cannabis side thing.
Oh, yeah. We still got purple.
Yeah, true that.
Right.
Should have never took out my gifting clause.
Yeah, never.
Allegedly.
So, with the DEA announcing its formal proposal, they have opened up for 62 days a public comment period, which is one of the required steps for the formal federal rulemaking process.
Wow.
So they have to sit back and accept phone calls and emails, and I don't know if people still fax. Probably not. Emails, whatever. But they're going to have to accept all these and weigh in on what the public is actually saying, because there has been such an enormous amount of the population a part of the culture for so long.
Wow. For how many days?
For 62 days. They're going to accept comments from the public until July 22nd, because they're going to start weighing in on those. And then if they agree, through June 20th is when they're going to accept all the requests, but they're also going to entertain the possibility of a public federal hearing.
Oh, that's going to get overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot.
So if the DEA approves the public federal hearing on their stance on it, is going to be made known on the Federal Register. So if you want to check that out, pay attention to that.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Here's one real quick. The rescheduling notice doesn't indicate how long the DOJ or the DEA might ponder the public comments before issuing a final ruling. However, there are observers during the federal rulemaking process that speculate it could be done as early as September or October.
I'm telling you, there's a reason
they're pushing so
they're
fast
pushing for it. I'm telling you, there's a reason they're pushing for it.
Like this, one of the CBD bar.
Would it be just to get it in before this administration leaves?
I mean, if they're saying September, October, and voting is November,
they know that this administration is not going to be. I don't know. I'm just thinking all kinds of different ways.
I know, right? That's
I don't even want to mention the administration. We get freaking hit.
We get hit with it. But change it.
All good talks.
All good talks. Shit. All good talks. But wow. Yeah. So that alone is a big thing.
So everybody, you got to keep an eye for that, just to see how things play out and things shift to where I don't know. Who knows where they're gonna go?
Who knows where they're gonna go with it?
Play back this episode and then listen to what we say and then kind of go from there and see.
Right. Place your bets.
Right. Yeah. See if we were right. What else you got before we got to wrap it up?
Before we wrap it up, let's end it on a bit of local news.
All right.
So a couple of weeks ago, actually a few weeks ago, about at the beginning of the month, a local dispensary by the name of, should I mention them?
Yeah.
A local dispensary in Sunland Park, actually called Field of Dreams, was closed down. Employees showed up on a morning of May 2nd to a closure paper on the front of the door stating that they were behind in paying their rent, and it was a violation of the rent agreement, so on and so forth. And apparently it turned out to all be a misunderstanding, because the former business partner of Field of Dreams was now the landlord.
Yeah.
So I guess they had parted ways. One would keep the business, one would be the landlord. There was a miscommunication between both of the attorneys representing those individuals. But that only lasted about a week and some change. They weren't forced to close their doors. They decided to close them just so they could settle everything.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They closed their doors on their own accord, just so they could get everything handled and washed away and squared done and solid back. But they are back open as of May 16th.
Okay.
They have been conducting business as usual. So it's been a little bit, but try to pay attention, I guess, to everybody else out there. No misunderstandings.
Yeah.
But they are back at business at full strength, and they were in shock that it happened, but they were also even more shocked at the amount of support that their local community gave them during the
they're one of the top selling dispos, I think, that are in the game right now, them and Dark Matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think them being out, a lot of people
was a shock to the
what
community.
The hell? Yeah. Like, you guys are always busy. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So,
one of those, whoa!
Yeah, whoa! I know when I heard about it, I was like, whoa!
Yeah, you sent me the link. I was like, I was about to text you.
Yeah.
So, but, shout out to all the other dispensaries, farms, producers, manufacturers. Purple Haven, 1300 El Paseo, Suite 280. You already know. And
how about we ended on that?
We ended on that. Word from our sponsor. Coming up
later.
What up, world? It's your boy Nico, here to let you know that Dewey the dog hates DUIs. But if you do find yourself in the very unfortunate situation to be getting one, check out the law offices of the one and only Matt Madrid right here in Las Cruces, the best one to get for those needs. So please be safe out there, do your thing, and once again, if you get into that type of trouble, the offices of Matt Madrid, hit them up and take care out there.
Hey!
What's the hat mean?
Welcome back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsor,
Matt Madrid.
Law
offices thereof.
The law offices thereof. Yep. You want to hit us with a disclaimer one time?
The disclaimer. I should write disclaimer on my hand.
Yep. Slap them with it. Read the hand.
So, anything and everything mentioned in this podcast is a gross. Exactly. There you go again. It's a gross exaggeration of what may or could possibly happen. So if you do find yourself in one of those sticky situations, you know who to get a hold of.
Sir.
Yep.
So now we got story time. And like I always say, we like to do story time. We like to talk about the kitchen because that's where we both came from. A lot of our roots came from working in the kitchen. And so, as you can probably imagine, almost 20 years of being in the kitchen, we have plenty of stories. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them make you want to take a selfie in the corner and
sitting on a milk crate and crying.
Yeah, the whole shit.
Sad song.
Lately, we've been doing something a little bit more positive. And
like on mental health awareness.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so staying on the positive side of things, what was your favorite thing you created in the kitchen, or maybe you ran as a special, or you came up with and was like, "Hey, chef, run this," and tasted it and was like, "Oh, that's amazing. Let's run it," and it did good, or whatever.
Cool. All right. So, one dish that I don't think I necessarily created. I think I was just like kind of bored of wanting to get creative. You know what I mean? And I was in the mood for something different because if you work at a certain restaurant, or if you work in just restaurants in general, you know that being there, you get tired of the food.
Tired of the same
shit on the menu, right? So then you decide to get creative, and you're using the same resources that are in the kitchen. They're just plated different.
Yeah.
So you're still
eating different concoction every different.
You're still eating the same shit.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, some people love it. Some, I mean, others, we get tired of it quick. But one dish that I had a lot of time bringing together, I guess I should say, not necessarily creating, was, and I have the picture on Instagram. It's kind of funny, but you get the diced tomatoes and Parmesan cheese that you put on toast points for soup. Bruschetta. As a bed, or as like a ring bed, and then in the center is a twirled little amount of zoodles, flash fried in peanut oil with red pepper flakes, and then it's a medium rare New York strip cut at a bias, laid on the side, topped with sauteed green beans and garlic and Parmesan butter.
Gasolina.
And then topped with shock chives. So.
Damn, son. All right.
And I was like, I think that was my favorite kind of signature.
Where'd you come up with those flavor profiles for? What were you thinking, or what were you feeling that day when, like, this is what I want to make?
So this was actually part of one of the programs I was going through.
Okay.
What is this?
Hot Rod.
It's a Hot Rod.
Shout out to the people who do Hot Rod by Sublime, right?
Sublime Company.
Super good. They dropped some by, and I had the first ones that they did, and I wasn't a fan, but these new ones are amazing.
That tastes really good.
Yeah, amazing. So
really
if you want something nice and infused with distillate and keef and all the good stuff, Hot Rods are amazing.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So so that was actually just part of like some of the schooling I was going through. The flavor profiles I was thinking of was, every time I think of, like, if I have red meat, I have to have veggies with it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you always.
Greens, potato, or need some type of vegetable.
Sure.
So I was just knowing that zucchinis mend well with tomatoes, mend well with green beans anyway. A red meat is going to be that hearty and savory enough to have a full body to that.
Yeah.
Because the tomatoes and the zoodles are light, the green beans are light.
Yeah.
And then the heavier set garlic cream sauce is gonna just kind of weigh everything down on like a lower level balance. And it doesn't sit too heavy.
Yeah.
But it sits heavy enough for my skin and wolf blood.
Poor sound guy back there.
Poor sound guy.
Hit that hot rod. I hear him dying trying to get it too hot. I just heard him popping back there.
We just sent our sound guy to the moon.
See you later, sound guy. Strap in, buddy.
And
damn, so that sounds hella bomb, bro. And you said you flash fried the noodles in peanut oil?
Peanut oil with red pepper flakes.
Ooh,
so
yes, sir.
I needed to add a little bit of
yeah, get you in the back right there a little bit. Yep.
But
what would you pair that with, like drink wise? What kind of alcohol beverage would you? Me personally, I probably like Like a red wine, right? Like maybe a Merlot.
A chorizo Merlot.
Yeah. No. Right? Doesn't red wines go with red meats like that?
Yeah, definitely.
I got a nod back there for my wife. Okay.
Okay, for sure. But the thing that I would think would kind of throw it off would be
Did you do Chianti?
You fucking butcher, dude.
I said chorizo earlier, so I gotta stick with it right. I gotta be consistent.
Chorizo and Chianti?
Yeah. A Merlot.
And a Merlot. Here we go. We're starting the menu, folks.
Yep. That's it.
I was gonna say I think that would be thrown off by the spicy and the red pepper flakes.
Okay. Be too much Merlot.
Be a little too much red.
You'd probably go like a IPA.
Oh yeah, for sure, all the time.
Yeah.
Why not? Like
IPA goes with everything.
A Cabernet.
Cabernet.
A Cabernet Sauvignon.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Is that a good one?
It's a white one.
Oh,
fish.
That's not very good.
It goes white goldfish.
Yeah.
Or chicken. And then, so I was taught this dessert. This is probably one of my most favorite.
Oh, and dessert, son.
Yeah,
We didn't even get to the dessert.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Oh,
I'm on the way.
Okay.
So my favorite dessert that I was taught was actually at the first restaurant that I was working there in downtown Springfield, Missouri. It was right under this pretty upper class art gallery. It was called Gallery Bistro.
How many places did you work over there? For real?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna say.
Honestly, like a year was about my cutoff date for most jobs.
Yeah.
I would just get bored.
Yeah.
And I would just either that or I would just get tired of the people.
Yeah.
Like y'all are just already rubbing me the wrong way. You're getting too comfortable with me.
Yeah.
But that's like the work ethic of it. Like they want to become like friends. Like if I'm gonna be like your friend, your homie, I'm not gonna work with you.
Yeah.
I can't let that bleed over.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was at this one spot, Gallery Bistro. I was there when I was 19 and 20 years old, and the dessert was fucking crazy, especially the plating for the dessert. This was done in a martini glass.
Oh, yeah. Sick!
So they would get blueberries out of a little thing, throw it into a skillet with some sugar, let that cook down a little bit, and then that would be the base in the martini glass. Then they would top it with flan made in-house from scratch.
Damn.
Scoop of whipped cream made in-house from scratch, a mint leaf, and then we would make our own sugar. So I was taught how to make our own caramel.
Yeah.
So like my very first time actually working this type of kitchen, and they're like, all right, 2 cups to whatever water, and just don't take your eyes off it.
Yeah, keep
and
stirring.
It's gonna reduce down, keep stirring, let it get, and then we would just like drizzle swirls onto parchment paper and the thing, throw it into the freezer, and per order on the dessert, take the swirl off, and then that would be like the key ending. So this martini glass with blueberries, flan, whipped cream, and a caramel swirl.
Damn,
and you just like serve it out like that, dude. It looked like choice, dude. It was fucking
good. That's cool.
Yeah, that dessert got a few phone numbers from that dessert.
Well, I'm sure you did.
When they found out I was an asshole, and they never talked to me again.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Came back to New Mexico. Welcome.
Welcome. Cheers.
Yeah. Welcome home. We enjoy you here. You fit in real well here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's dope. That's really dope.
What you got for me? For us in the public in the YouTube.
You know, my favorite thing, I was down at a certain brewing company, and right before we parted our ways, I was working on an entire menu, and this it never got dropped, it never got released, and very few people knew about said menu, but it was, to this day, it was gonna be freaking killer. And it was it was my first menu. I got to single-handedly come with my own ideas, you know what I mean? Everything was solely me.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but to me it was fun because it was like, okay, let's do everything at a good cost perspective and everything that I like.
Yeah.
Everything to kind of tie into the beer, but with New Mexican culture, New Mexican history. I mean, yes. We're gonna have corn in a cup, You know what I mean? Like my brisket was gonna go on there. Like some killer items, bro, that like I sat down and like really, really perfected. And you can throw a lighter that way. And, you know, really sat down and executed with the team. We ran out tasting trials for it. And all the way down to the order. And the last day, the day that I parted ways with the company, I was sitting down with the Cisco guy and we were going through the order list. And we were talking about like what to order, what can I have, the cheapest routes and everything for everything. Man. And we were supposed to have the last tasting that last week, and then the rollout for the training was supposed to be like in like that next week. Mm-hmm. And it just never. Yeah, because when I left, I like delete, and just fucking see you later, Jack. And yeah, so that never got pushed, and that would have been a cool. But like I said, I started from like, all right, what do people like? Yes. What's gonna hit good? What's easy to eat at the bar that's gonna complement sitting and drinking something? You know what I mean? Like,
I got a question.
Yeah.
So,
You're a patron of said bar.
Yes. That is a
very common patron of said bar.
I am a piece of furniture. I need turtle shell.
I think you've invested a lot of money into said bar. Let's see what you have to say about this.
So, I kind of actually want to somewhat address the difficulty in creating a menu, in incorporating what you know about up north and about Las Cruces. Was that the what does everybody like, or were they wanting you to just kind of concentrate up north and then?
Well, the flavors that I was putting together complemented both styles of because the New Mexico cuisine is set like north and south.
Yes.
Our food isn't the same as theirs, and theirs isn't the same as ours.
Yes.
But if I can meet some things in the middle that everybody likes,
okay,
like the California burrito,
you know
what I mean, that hits from, you know, California, you know, it has sorry, great part, French fries and everything in it, you know what I mean, things like that like everybody likes. Then it's like, okay, not just solely New Mexican or Northern New Mexican, but you know, on those, like the corn in the cup was one of them, you know what I mean? Like sweet rice, like as a dessert type stuff, like stuff that you can eat and still enjoy, which is the brisket. Yeah. The brisket's a hit no matter what.
Hey, yeah, anywhere you go.
You get different varieties of the brisket. Did you mix up the queso a little bit, right? Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, bro, that one was gonna be a good one.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, so
if, watering hole, y'all fucked up.
And when I get another spot, because I'm gonna have another kitchen sometime in my life. I think it's where the cards are gonna play out.
I hear it.
And
I hear it.
If and when that happens, you'll see that menu come to life. And yo, that was a good one. I got it built up to where it's like really, really perfected, and a couple other hitters that are in there that like people would just be like, God damn, bro, where'd you come up with that from? And then of course all my soups, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That comes with the whole arsenal too. So
I mean, you are a mad scientist when it comes to that kitchen work. I remember, I still go through some of your old photos on IG, and I'm just like when you would do like the big dinners up north and stuff, and like huge ass caterings, and then all of the desserts were cool. Plated in like. Yeah, those. You did one of like little bulbs or something.
Yeah, we did. We did a couple cool things. We did like a fennel salad. We did a pear salad. I like doing like the reductions with the beer. So like we would do like I would do like a Elephants on Parade reduction, allegedly. And it would like with cranberries.
Oh, wow.
So reduce that and then strain everything out.
Yep.
And then make that into my vinaigrette. Yeah, some really cool stuff I would do.
Damn.
And like I miss stuff like that, like working with the beer in that aspect to create a dressing, or create a syrup to go on top of your dessert.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or like we did like a duck one year, and then like the reduction came from one of the beers. You know what I mean, for the sauce on top. Like
what?
Yeah, you know it has to be like that. But that was fun. Like working with and incorporating those styles and those flavors, and like picking and choosing and like setting things up, or like building a whole ass menu from that would incorporate their beers.
Yeah.
And using like the side of the mushrooms was getting reduced by their lager. You know what I mean? With the garlic. You're gonna start with the garlic.
You gotta start with the garlic.
Hit the mushrooms, you know what I mean? A little bit of onions, your shallots, whatever. It's going. Then reduce with a little bit of lager. And then you add your butter to finish.
Oh.
Yeah, killer, right? Killer. Instead of wine, you're using the same contents.
Yeah.
Reducing your alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then just finishing with butter. Killer. You get your hops in there. You get a little bit of what you built from the beer inside those fresh flavors of those veggies. Like, it would go good with like asparagus. So I would do that asparagus soup.
I can see that for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Reduce my garlic, my asparagus, have that going, my shallots, hit it with the beer, let that reduce, and that's the basis of my asparagus soup.
Yeah, my Lord God.
Finish with the butter, and then blend it all down, then add your gallons of your water, and then it's your soup. Strain it out.
Like I said, mad scientist. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy.
See what I'm going with? See what I'm going with?
Yeah.
If y'all are in the live taking notes and not taking notes, why aren't you taking notes?
Yeah.
Jordan, what's good fish?
But I think we got enough time, right? How about a real quick word from our sponsor?
Word from our sponsors.
Peace out.
Coming up.
Yo, Joey Sypher here. I'm down here at Oregon Mountain Productions in their wonderful studios. And we can pretty much do anything down here. We do podcasts, recording studios, voiceover, audiobooks. We got different sets to choose from. We got some green screens. So go on, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Oregon Mountain Productions, and book your session now. Later, y'all. Hey!
What's it happening?
Welcome back. Shout out to our sponsors, Oregon Mountain Production. Holler for some studio time.
Holler.
So now we got our jam set. Hey! Sick.
Stand up. Electric bass. For no reason.
So
run up the walls.
Shout out to the homies, real quick, down at Arrogant Marketing, because they've been helping out and putting us on and getting us lined up and everything. And so if you need any marketing in hip hop game, slide into their DMs and let them know, because they're the homies. They take care of us and we take care of them. Yes. It's a whole community, and they show mad love. So shout out to Arrogant Marketing. So with that, they did a dope article about the homies from Hood Famous, right?
Yes.
So if you have not checked out that article from Arrogant Marketing about the Hood Famous homies, check it out, because it's dope, because they've been doing their thing. Hood Famous has been dropping track after track after track. And it seems like that's all we push up here, but the only ones really kind of pushing it right now. Like we've seen a couple, and there's a couple other cats that I want to get on here and show their music. But right now, Hood Famous is doing their thing, so we had to put another one of theirs up. We got RapsPureProduct right now.
RapsPureProduct. Shout out to RapsPureProduct.
We had him on here, right?
We had him on here doing that crazy freestyle.
Yeah, he did a little freestyle for us.
I think that was the last episode of last season. Yeah.
And happy late birthday, my dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Happy born day.
That's super cool. So we got him. What's the track called?
The name of this track is Word Whipping. Came out about 6-7 days ago.
I was out of town for like all of last week.
Yeah.
And I was not on Facebook much. We're on doing some motorbiking, and so I tend to stay off socials when I'm out of town until I come back. So I try to catch up, and I didn't come across my feed for a little bit, and then today I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh shit, because he had posted like he had like 3,000 views or something, and so I'm like, oh shit. So I clicked on it because I thought it was already a track that I already seen. And so I seen the background of it. I'm like, I don't recognize it. So I clicked on it, and immediately,
dude,
melts your brain. Melts your brain with his wordplay, his lyrics. Bro, he is turning out to be like one of my favorite rappers right now, because like the way he goes on, like his timing of things are just on point. Like I've seen him for a while. Like we've known him like through us all, like spitting in the game and like being all part of the whole rap game here and engineering and everything, and working with all the teams. And I've seen him develop, and he's just developed into just this great artist, bro. Like, I can really appreciate it from a music perspective.
Yes.
Seeing his growth and like his timing and his wordplay, and it's just so salute you, good sir.
Yep.
I appreciate you what you're doing for Cruces and putting everybody on and putting yourself on and what you do, bro. Salute to your development and everything. So with that, we're gonna play it. We're gonna listen. We having some technical difficulties with the internet. We're gonna have to try to get it up, but just in case we don't, we're listening to it where the mic's gonna pick it up, and we'll drop the links below, and we're gonna try to get the video up as we're watching it. We'll figure that out later, but let's give it a play. Let's listen.
All right, here we go. We're whipping from RapsPureProduct.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with felons that's never telling, pellets propelling. I'm busting your melon and belling and trailing, inhaling, excelling. I'm selling, excelling, impelling. The yelling that's telling, the swollen and smelling. The villains prevailing, derailing, declaring, no caring, how daring. I'm taking and carrying, burying everything on gang. When it bang, if you in my lane, like Wu-Tang, I'll bring the pain, I'll never change. I'm in your range, I'll rearrange and move some things. When the Ruger sings and you feel the bang, where's the gang? When you're out to hang in them bullets rain on them lanes in the game, they're down the drain when I'm gripping grain. Switching lanes while the brain bangs on them shiny things. My watch and range, jewelry blings. I go with kings that's mugging mean, and down the swing on your team. We'll point the beam in between and make them scream. This ain't a dream and I ain't a meme. My aim is clean and my mug is seen on the scene, smoking green like nicotine, looking so fresh and so clean. After you got hit with that bing bing bing, you were out like ding 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 in the ring. Did you feel the steam? Fuck with me, my neck is swing. Packing pistols that's clean, as big as my ding-a-ling. They don't make your girl scream and cream. I mean mugging mean. So back, lean back like Tony Crack off my sack. I'm about my raps, watch it back. I'm about my raps, watch it back. I'm about my raps, smash and tracks, no cap. Back to back, I'm robbing back, that's a fact. We're whipping in the kitchen, cooking crack when I yak. So sit back and feel that on contact. Like a crash, you could get cats, can kiss my gas. I'm living fast, blowing gas, surpassing trash. Always first, never last, so sit back and watch me pass. Smoking tracks like fat sacks. Player, I've been a Mac, and you been a whack. That jaw, I'm jack, crack it like you're busy fast. For free, no need for cash, so bitch, think fast. So bitch, think fast. I'm about my cash.
That's dope.
Serious.
Hella dope. So shout out to the family, RapsPureProduct.
Shout out to
Good Famous Movement, and everybody doing their thing out there.
That was ridiculous.
And yeah, killing it.
No breathing room.
Yeah, no breathing room. Straight
just
bars.
Punching.
Bars.
God.
So that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Pretty dope episode, I think, for you guys today.
Yeah.
Pretty kick back, chill. Hope you vibed out with us and smoked one or two with us. Yeah. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side, huh?
See you guys next time.
See you later, yo.
Take care.
Peace out.
Ew.